In celebration of the centennial end to Indian indentureship, Pitambar Prasad has released another pocketbook, the second publication of its kind by the writer. Guyanese Writers of Indian Ancestry edifies us on over 80 outstanding writers of past and current generations.
Ambition to map Guyanese literature. That's a huge undertaking. And while I am collecting information to do that, very often, looking over the information, things will strike you. And you feel like you want to share these things. So this came out of that project.
The 47-pager is quite handy-sized, yet quite a mouthful when it comes to filling the mind with information in an entertaining and inspiring way. The book is one of the writer's tributes to his ancestors, one he has done some 20 years of researching to compile. Information collected dates back to the year 1894.
Joseph Rohoman, 1873 to 1942. Joseph Rohoman, born in Berbice, literate in both Hindi and English, was a journalist, poet, editor, lecturer, dentist, and chemist. In 1894, Rohoman authored the first publication by an East Indian in British Guyana and the West Indies.
In 1916, Rohoman founded the British Guyana East Indian Association and launched the association's journal, Indian Opinion. He was instrumental in the formation of the East Indian Cricket Club, the Quarantine Literary and Debating Society, and the British Guyana Dramatic Society. The book teaches us about the father of Indian poetry in Guyana, Charles Ebenezer Joseph Ramcharitar Lala.
Was a trained teacher and poet. In 1934, he edited the first collection of Indian poetry, an anthology of local Indian verse.
Popular poem of his, The Weeding Gang, is widely anthologized and studied in schools. In 1921, another pivotal writer was born in the rustic serenity and beauty of the island of Wakenham. He is Sheik Sadiq, poet, short story writer, novelist, playwright, and publisher. Wearing all these hats saw him being awarded the Cheddi Jagan Gold Medal for Literature on several occasions.
His publications include poetry, Dreams and Reflection, plays, Namaste, Goodbye Quarantine, Poke Knocker, Black Bush, short story, Windswept, Diamond Thieves, No Greater Day, novels, Song of the Sugarcane, The Malali Maker, and Bundari Boy. And then we come to Rajkumari Singh, 1923 to 1979. Poetess, playwright, broadcaster, feminist, political activist. Rajkumari Singh was born in Lamha Street, Georgetown, confined at an early age to spend the rest of her life in a wheelchair. From her wheelchair, she made a name for herself in culture and literature by establishing herself as the first recognized East Indian woman writer in Guyana.
Rosignol's Lakshmi Kalicharan, the woman who broke the glass ceiling by working as a teacher, librarian, broadcaster, television producer, researcher, and cultural anthropologist.
In 1986, she published Shraddhanjali, a small anthology of Indo-Guyanese poetry. Then in 1992, she published her only book of poetry, Here the Gungrus Sing. Kalicharan also founded Shraddhanjali Publications, catering for emerging writers who would like to see themselves in print. She had the foresight to create an imprint to publish works. But along with the creative works, we must always have the literary criticism. It is important that we have the literary criticism along with the creative work. So we come to Frank Birbal Singh. He is an anthropologist, literary critic, book reviewer, and an authority of Indo-Caribbean literature.
Another influential female writer was Betty Lewis, business executive and social worker with the distinction of being the first Guyanese woman biographer.
Her publications include Grassroots of Guyana in 3 volumes, Giants of the Past, Tales, Strange but True, Straight and Narrow, and Sunset Trail. Her novel, The Return of the Half-Caste, set in the 1940s, exposes the exploitation of indigenous peoples.
Stories of these great writers and dozens of others make up this treasure of a pocketbook waiting to be read. From the legacy of Indian immigrants to the transformed muses of modern-day writers, reading a copy of Guyanese writers of Indian ancestry gives one much to appreciate from the work of writers who contributed to the birth, development, and transformation of the Guyanese literature.